seize the day? No.
Wait, they're the
G-U-M-A.
M-A.
And they were the temporary government for Russia.
They're the old government.
Who was?
That's the provisional government that takes over after the Tsar steps down. But the Germans were trying to make a mess of things in Russia, and they sent somebody back. What? It's in Russia. But they send who back, Jared? Lenin. Lenin orchestrates a revolution in Russia.
Wait, who said
They
that
give him
Germany?
John Lennon?
Lenin was in exile in Europe. The Germans sent
His
him
real
back.
name wasn't Lenin.
Who said Lenin?
Wait,
Germans did.
pause. Why did you just say Lennon?
Lenin wasn't his real name.
Okay, well I just wrote down Lennon. Am I supposed to?
Lenin
Losing
is
time,
the name he
ladies
went
and
by,
gentlemen.
but Lenin wasn't his real name.
Now the Germans wanted to mess up the Russians, even though they were letting them out of the war, so they sent back an outcast from Russia who had been exiled by Russia because the Tsar had murdered his brother, or assassinated his brother for an assassination attempt. They sent Lenin back to organize, if you will, a revolt in Russia, which is part of the Russian Revolution. He sets up a new government,
Wait, I'm
kicks out
confused.
the Duma.
Wait, I'm confused. I don't get that. You say Russia sent out an outcast that got exiled,
Yeah.
that killed.
The Germans sent him back so that they could mess up Russia more.
So Germans sent him back, not Russia. Okay.
And Lenin,
What?
Was sent to Oregon.
Okay, wait. Russia sent the outcast back?
Oh my god.
No.
Or Germany?
Germany sent it back to Russia. His name is Lenin, and he orchestrates the communist revolution. Okay? Everybody got that?
Alright, where are we on this Sunday?
Are you serious?
We're right at alliances to the last point strategy.
Yeah, I'm already down
we
at
already did
it's in the
such a...
30s.
Oh,
I'm already down at 20 in the 30s. You want to bet?
World War I was what kind of war?
Trench warfare.
It was a global war because over 60 countries participated. It was, someone else said, a war of attrition, which meant that they wore down the other side. And it's also something called a total war. What's a total war, Ben?
It's like a win at all costs type thing.
Yep.
Do whatever you can.
You bring every resource you have to win the battle. That's why when the war is finally over, all the countries, winners and losers, are virtually exhausted.
So we have to know about the special.
Well, not exactly. We talked about leaders. Who was the Tsar in Russia?
Oh,
They got eliminated. Tsar Nicholas. Lenin took over for Russia. Who's the leader of Germany?
What's that?
Rosebud. I mean, Nicolette.
Nicolette Bernadette Rosebud.
Who's the leader in Germany? The king of Germany.
I know the Tsar.
Duke Chandler.
Kaiser Wilhelm. She didn't even recognize her own name. Kaiser, K-A-I-S-E-R, which is German for king.
Oh, I had
Wilhelm. W-H-I-L-H-E-M. Wilhelm. And he is asked to step down as king of Germany at the end of the war. And where does he go, Ben? Gertz? They exile him to a country. Where do they send him?
America.
No!
They sent him to an island.
No, that's Napoleon.
Who's exiled though? What's his name again?
Kaiser Wilhelm is
Kaiser Wilhelm.
How
exiled.
do you spell that? Kaiser or Heiser? Can you pronunciate better?
K.
Pronunciate.
Listen better.
I know.
Kaiser
Hey.
Does it matter?
Wilhelm is exiled to
W-I-L-H-W.
Brazil.
Wiser? His name was Kaiser.
Kaiser Wilhelm. Oh, Kaiser is K-A-I-S-E-R.
See? I'll just talk quietly.
W-I-L-H-E-L-M. Kaiser Wilhelm.
All right.
L-M.
Who was the leader of Britain during World War I?
Winston Churchill.
Incorrect. That's World War II.
Chamberlain.
Neville Chamberlain.
Not Copernicus.
Yeah.
His name
It's
is
Neville something. It's Neville.
Lloyd George.
What?
It's actually
David Lloyd George. He's the Prime Minister of Great Britain. And who is the leader of France?
Harry Potter is the
Wait, can you repeat that really quick?
Everybody stop talking.
Can you guys stop talking, please? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Guys, I would have never expected
So we all got the French leader, right?
No, actually.
George
Clemenceau.
Who?
How do you spell that?
Clemenceau. C-L-E-M.
Who is he?
E-N-S-E-A-U. Clemenceau.
Who's the British one?
Who's the president of the United States?
George.
I'm trying to be attentive.
Wait, George
Who's
what?
the president of the
Lloyd
United
George.
States during World War I?
What happened to David Lloyd George? What happened to David Lloyd
We're
George?
going with Woodrow Wilson. Fine. Nothing. Are you serious?
Ask you who the president was.
Truman was wrong. One.
Woodrow Wilson.
No.
His name's from Britain's David
Who
Lloyd.
is it?
Stop talking.
He's a British.
Can you stop? You're being annoying.
It's coming from you.
James, what's the British?
I don't know, but can we all be quiet and let him talk by himself?
What's
Thank
the
you.
British dude?
Stop chiming in.
President
The one
of
from
the
Britain.
United
What's
States
his
during
name?
World War I.
FDR.
Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson.
Oh, say that.
Nice going.
Maybe.
Woodrow.
Babies' names.
Man. Okay. We know that eventually Germany will be defeated in World War II, and they will be burdened with the Treaty of Versailles, which does what?
Makes them pay for
Make them pay reparations, 33 billion. What else do they do?
They know to get away.
They blame.
Oh, the military. Doesn't their military? Million or billion? Yeah, did they give us the military?
They forced Germany to.
Who forces Germany?
Surrender.
Wait, who
Oh,
forces?
they do.
Sign the
Even
Warsaw
though the,
Pact.
no, that's World War II.
Wait, who forces Germany?
The
Allies.
Triple Entente.
I don't know what you're saying. I can't.
The Treaty of Versailles.
Okay, but who is that?
That's the treaty.
It's a treaty.
See,
It's like a document.
all these people are flapping their gums and none of you are hearing it. World War I, Germany will lose. They are forced to pay 33 billion in reparations. They are blamed for all of World War I.
They are not allowed to rebuild their military.
They are not allowed to rebuild their military. They lose all of their colonies, and they are seething mad. Someone is not even invited to Versailles. Who would that be?
Germany.
Russia.
No, Germany was there to take a beating. Russia was not invited. And they're upset. Who were the big four at the Treaty of Versailles? What four countries? Matthew?
France, Britain, America,
Germany.
and
Germany's kind of small.
Italy.
Italy.
Italy. Yeah. It was actually the big three and the little one, but nobody told Italy that. By the way, I did skip over one thing. There was a special start to the war. Germany actually did start things in motion. Their general had a plan. What general was it for Germany?
I know who it is.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I want to hear from Julie.
Guys.
Von Schlieffen, good one.
How do you spell
Von
that?
Schlieffen has a plan.
How do you spell that?
Von Schlieffen has a plan. He's going to come through Belgium and attack France. Because Germany was afraid of what?
7, 8, 9.
A two-front war.
A two-front.
Luke, that one?
Did we go over a revolution in war?
Revolution in war is the revolution the communists have in Russia.
Oh.
He went through Belgium and then to attack France.
Okay.
Didn't he get a two-front war anyway?
What's
Go
that?
over
Didn't he get
weapons.
a two-front war by doing that?
Well, they did because they cut through Belgium and it was a pretty good plan, except the French got word of it before it was done, and the Germans are stopped ironically,
Just outside.
at a river in northern France, which also features the last battle of the
Battle of
war.
the Bulge.
They're done.
Different war. The
Battle
Battle
of
of the Marne, M-A-R-N-E.
What about it?
Marne is a river in France, and that's where the Germans are stopped.
It's not
When
on
they're
this
stopped, both sides dig in, and we see World War I become what kind of war?
Trench warfare.
Trench warfare. Nobody likes it, but nobody can get further along. They gain a little territory, then they lose it all back. There are a series of new weapons that are developed for World War I. Ben?
Machine gun.
Machine guns, one of them. Zagi?
Chemical warfare.
Chemical warfare, which doesn't last long, but it's pretty miserable when it does. Oriana? What else?
Was the tank invented then?
The tank was later invented, yes. Ben?
Planes.
Airplanes for the first time are used in war. And another sneaky type weapon.
Gas.
What?
Gas.
Maybe
Chlorine.
sneaky, but
Chlorine.
What did he say so fucking?
the U-boat.
Oh.
Can you
What does this say?
Sure you did.
He
Machine.
did. I said U-boat.
I did too.
They also say Copernicus.
What? Fucking through the
And
bell.
all that? When Germany loses the war, they are in desperate shape, but so are the winners. They are emotionally exhausted and financially
Except for America.
depleted.
Alright.
There are two countries that actually come out of the World War I financially strong. Those two countries would be what, Griffith?
Japan and the United States.
Japan and the United States. Japan and the United States didn't have the war fought on their ground, and they supplied all the allies with things they needed for the war. Food, materials, weapons. So oddly enough, Japan is one of those countries that benefits from World War I. In the 1920s, the United States, after World War I, becomes the largest industrial power in the world. It comes out smelling like a rose after World War I. And the 20s in the United States are known as the
Roaring
Roaring
20s.
20s. It was a positive environment for the economy in the U.S., but it wasn't all that it appeared to be. Sure. The question is, will you remember on the test?
Yes.
Coming out? Really?
Black Friday, 29.
So the U.S. has a pretty strong economy, but Europe is a mess. They're the ones who fought the war. They're dealing with it. Jared? We loan money to them. We supply them with things. But in 1929, something really bad happens to us. Black Tuesday, the Great Depression. And if we have a depression, the rest of the world has an even bigger depression. So the 1930s are a wreck.
What Black Tuesday said?
October 29th, 1929.
We need to know that date.
He just likes to be particular.
Date
So-
of what?
What?
Date of what? Black Tuesday.
Black Tuesday that started the
Okay.
depression.
Yeah.
So now we have the country, the U.S. in bad financial strait, and the rest of the world goes into even worse conditions. Midway through the 30s, Griffith, I know you want to play slap and tickle with him, but you have to wait until after class is over. The 1930s, we're going to see a rise of what kind of government?